How many times have you stood before something in life and felt completely paralyzed? It wasn't the end of the world, and it wasn't impossible, but the size of the obstacle in front of you froze your steps. Your eyes saw only the risk, and your heart whispered that perhaps it was safer to stay where you were. You knew the way forward, you knew what needed to be done, but fear held you still. That was exactly what happened one clear morning, when a man and his loyal donkey arrived at a narrow wooden bridge that stretched across a powerful river. The man was a fruit and vegetable merchant, carrying baskets of fresh produce to the neighboring village's market. It was a path he had traveled many times before, but this time something was different. The donkey stopped the moment his hooves touched the first board. He lifted his ears, widened his eyes, and stared down at the furious river below. The water rushed with violent strength, white foam rising as it struck the rocks beneath. Every sound of crashing water seemed to echo in the animal's mind as danger, warning him not to move. The man gave the rope a gentle tug, but the donkey planted his feet firmly, unwilling to step forward. He was frozen in fear. And isn't that how life feels sometimes? We stand at the edge of something that could change everything. A new job, a new relationship, a bold decision. We know the path is there, but the voices of doubt and the weight of fear hold us back. Like that donkey, we fix our eyes on the river below and imagine only failure, only disaster. The man understood his companion well. They had crossed many roads together. He did not shout, he did not pull harshly, he did not insult the animal for being afraid. Instead, he stepped closer and spoke in a calm voice. "Do not be afraid, I am here, you are not alone." His words carried warmth, but the trembling donkey still would not move. The man paused, thought for a moment, and then made a decision. He untied one of the heavy baskets from the donkey's back, lifted it onto his own shoulders, and carried the weight himself. The gesture was not only practical, but deeply symbolic. By sharing the burden, he was saying to his companion, "I see your struggle. I will carry this with you. You are not abandoned in this crossing." Then, with the rope in one hand and the basket balanced on his back, the man stepped onto the creaking boards of the bridge. He took careful steps, his eyes steady, his voice soft but constant. "Trust me, step by step. We are almost there." "Yeah." The donkey hesitated, his body tense, ears flicking back and forth, but something in the man's tone carried strength. Slowly, cautiously, the animal lifted one hoof and placed it on the first board. It held, then another. The bridge groaned, the water roared below, but the man's steady presence guided him forward. With each step, the distance shortened, until finally they reached the other side. On the far bank, the man stopped and turned toward his companion. A smile spread across his face, relief softening his features. He placed his hand gently on the donkey's neck and said, "Do you see? Together there is nothing we cannot face." It was not just a crossing of wood and water. It was a crossing of fear into courage, of loneliness into trust, of burden into shared strength. And perhaps this is the greatest lesson for us. How many bridges stand in front of us right now? Bridges that represent the challenges we have avoided, the decisions we keep postponing, the dreams we are too afraid to chase. We look at the river of uncertainty below and think, what if I fall? What if I fail? And so we stay stuck, never realizing that the bridge was built to be crossed, not feared. The donkey teaches us something powerful here. Fear is natural, but it does not need to define the journey. The man teaches us something equally important. Sometimes what we need is not to be pushed harder, but to be understood, supported, and encouraged. How many times have you carried a burden in silence, wishing someone would share just a little of the weight? And how many times have you been so focused on your own path that you failed to see the fear in someone walking beside you? The truth is, no one crosses life's bridges alone. We all need someone who will walk with us, someone who will share the load, someone who will whisper, "You can do this, I am here." Every bridge in life is a test, not just of our strength, but of our faith, our patience, and our relationships. And every step forward is proof that fear does not have the final word. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to keep moving in spite of it. So I ask you now, what bridge stands in front of you today? Is it a decision you have been avoiding? A conversation you fear to have? A risk you are too hesitant to take? And who is beside you to remind you that you do not have to cross it alone? Do not let the roaring river of doubt paralyze you. Do not let the groaning boards beneath your feet convince you that you will fall. Step forward, share your burden, trust the process. Because, in the end, the lesson is clear. The bridges of life are not meant to defeat you. They are meant to transform you. Each crossing makes you stronger. Each shared burden makes your relationships deeper. And every act of trust plants courage where fear once ruled. Leave behind the idea that you must wait until you feel no fear at all. That day may never come. Instead, choose to act now, trembling if necessary, but moving forward all the same. And when you look back, as the man and his donkey did, you will see not just a bridge behind you, but proof that fear was never stronger than your faith, your patience, and the strength of walking together. So take your step, trust the journey, and remember, no bridge, no matter how narrow or frightening, is impossible to cross when courage is shared and burdens are carried together.